Alright guys, Tyler with Area Diesel Service. Here with some special requests from some customers wanting to know if we can do a conversion for the famous DE10 pump that is infamous in the John Deere world. We finally got a customer that's willing to lend us their backhoe to do some testing on, and we went ahead and built us a shiny new DB4 pump in order to replace this DE electronic pump. There was some special things that we had to do in order to get this to work properly. First of all is the drive shaft. The DB4 drive shaft does not have the correct taper in order to fit on the DE drive gear. You can, if you want to, go to a scrapyard, get a DB4 gear to put in the engine, take apart your timing cover, go through all the work to change all of that over. Well, make it a little easier to adapt to. Our fabulous machine shop went ahead and copied the taper here, copied the back half of a DB4 shaft, came up with the correct taper and drive nut here, kind of reverse engineered in order to mash them both together to get them to work properly on the DB4 internals and the DE externals on the engine. The DE has 14mm nuts on the injection lines, whereas the DB4 has 12mm nuts, studs, outlets, whatever you want to call it. We went to a different style here and installed the ones that will fit with these lines. A couple things you'll have to adapt. You will have to add a power source key on power to the shutoff solenoid here for ease of key on, key off power. The other thing would be your throttle linkage. We'll need to run a mechanical throttle linkage on this in order to get it to work properly, but get away from all the electronics that cause so many issues with these pumps. Alright guys, we got our donor vehicle here for the DE DB4 conversion. It's a 310J John Deere, not sure model year, but we do have the infamous DE10 pump here with the ECM running, driving great. No issues. Right here, those of you that don't know, this Allen plug here is where you would go in and put your timing tool in. I'm sure John Deere has their own part number for these. 36275 is the Stanadyne part number that we can get for you so you can time this pump. But we got to go in and turn the engine over until there's a slot that lines up in there so that you can stick your timing tool in to lock time this pump so that you can break that drive nut off of there and pop that gear off. Also on the other side of the engine, back in the flywheel, back behind these hoses, there is a small hole and a big hole. The big hole you would put your bar over tool in so you can turn the engine over, and the small hole would allow you to stick a drill bit or a bolt in to actually lock the engine. Now you can't just lock the engine here and assume that the pump is going to be good. You do need to take that plug off the pump to make sure we are on number 1 top dead center, because we could be a whole revolution off here and be timed on the wrong cylinder. So want to do both just to verify. If it's a good running engine, you can typically just do the pump and be good, but we just want to verify it. That drive nut is torqued on pretty tight, so you want to make sure and have that timing tool in the pump so it doesn't bar the engine over whenever you are trying to loosen it. Should be a fairly easy changeover. There is quite a bit of room here, and we're going with a little bit smaller of an envelope of a pump. We're not going to have to change any lines. We've already came up with outlet fittings that will work with these injection lines. We'll have to move them and tweak them and get them to fit right, but not much movement there. We're obviously going to have to change our inlet line because the DB4 is coming in from the back, and the return line is pretty close, but you will have to make some modifications to it as well. Let's tear into it and see if this thing will work. Alright guys, got the DE pump off of there. Got a fuel inlet. Return hanging up here. Injection lines, got the clamp off of it so we can move them around and get to them easier. It is just a tapered fit in the gear here. No keyway. Still on TDC. I verified that with the bolt in the flywheel or the pin. Here's our two pumps side by side here. Here's our special made drive shaft to fit the right taper here and the drive nut. As you can see, mounting holes. This one's got slots in it. This one just has studs. This will make it a little easier to adjust our timing if need be once we get it on there. Fuel inlet, fuel return, whereas on this pump, fuel return and fuel inlet. So I got this JIC connector on here to hopefully make it a little easier to adapt to. Obviously I'm not going to have anything here, but we do have a solenoid in this pump for fuel shut off, so we'll have to attach power to that. And throttle lever. In the side window we've got a mark for TDC, so it'll go straight on there from where we took this DE pump off at. We have got our mechanical DB4 pump installed in place of the DE. The core we had, which worked out really nicely, has a lock timing bolt. So whenever I had the guys build it, we also have timing marks in here, just like the old Roost Master pumps or the earlier Stanadyne pumps. We have this timed and marked for TDC. So once we line those up, we lock time this so that it holds the drive shaft in place at TDC. Put the gear on, torque it in, and then we need to make sure if we do have this lock timing bolt, you loosen it, push the plate under it, and lock it back down so it doesn't leak out of there. We didn't want to make any new fuel lines yet because this customer wants to take it back to the DE. He's just letting us use it for testing. But we got the pump mounted in the center of the slots here. We got the engine at TDC. For installing it, we just put on some external fuel lines to get it going, primed it up. Just running a hose barb out of here. We'll probably put the factory fitting back in there so we can use this factory line, but you guys will just have to bend that and make it work. Fuel lines here are a little tight, so need some tweaking to bend them out a little bit. No real modifications, same injectors, same lines. Fuel inlet, we're going with a number 5 JIC, just like a lot of John Deere's have. We did have to remount the ECM, just moved it up a hole. Might need to lop this off if it gets in the way of your hood. Mechanical DB4 on the original pump gear for the DE with our modified drive shaft, and just the wires hanging loose here. We are getting a fuel temperature code and an open circuit code for the fueling solenoid, obviously because it's open. It doesn't seem to affect drivability at all. I can run this thing, drive it, operate the bucket, and the backhoe. It runs good, starts fantastic. About 65-70 degrees here, so haven't had any cold weather to try and get it to act up any in the cold weather, but I don't foresee really any issues there as well, as long as we got good fuel going to it. We're just running a wire right now to our shut-off solenoid. We'll have you guys put in a relay to a key on power source somewhere. Right now we're just hooking it up to the starter. We can see how she fires up. Hook up the solenoid and hear it click. Fires right up, first revolution. Extremely responsive. Burns pretty clean. means we got our timing right. A little bit of black smoke, might be a little bit overfueled, but we'll set these at the top side of the spec so that we can have this torque screw in here, and you guys can adjust that in to get less fuel if we're getting too much black smoke while you guys are working. We don't want to have it too much black smoke, because that means too much fuel is getting in there and things are going to get hot and start burning down. We'll kind of leave that up to you and your preference and what application you're going to be putting it on. We have this throttle lever on the inside currently. We can mount it on the outside, but sometimes it's nice to have it tucked in under some things so that if you don't have a hood anymore, or your application doesn't have a hood, nothing's going to come and just whack it on this outside, break it off, and cause any issues. It is a pretty much straight line back here, no real interference to get in the way of a throttle cable. Mount it off this stud back here, come out and put a holder for it. We'll see how things progress. This is a 6-cylinder, obviously. This is a 4-cylinder. The first one we've done is a 4-cylinder, and 6 cylinders going to be coming soon. So if you guys have any need for that, high failure rates, or changing the pump every other year, or just can't figure out what's going on with your engine, we have a solution for you. We can build one of these up and make it work for your engine.